Hey guys, Jason Cardamone here. We are at the end of day one here, and so I have a couple things I want to share with you guys. And first of all, I want to give you kind of the overall feel for those that are choosing to come to this event. So I want you guys to have a good feel for what happens here, and then I'm going to share some good lessons with you as well. So the first thing is that, so we started today at 11:15. It is now, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So we just went for the last 14 hours straight, but it wasn't really 14 hours straight. We did get one break of 20 minutes. So literally we just went for that. That's amazing. So 14 hours straight. We literally had a 20-minute break. I grabbed like this little vegetarian sandwich thing, and that break was at it was somewhere between, I think it was around like 7 to 9 p.m., somewhere in that range. So basically between 11 and 9, yeah, so it was a 10-hour stretch there at the beginning, where basically I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom. I want to show you guys, it's amazing what your body and mind are capable of. So if you see this is 1 liter of water here. I literally drank this entire thing down to the very bottom down here in those first 10 hours. And also I had another smaller, it was a 16-ounce water bottle where I drank about 10 ounces of it. So that's, I don't know how much water that is, but it's a lot. And the last event I was at just a month ago, drank around the same amount of water, and I was like curled over my chair, but I didn't want to miss anything Tony said, having to go to the bathroom so bad. And this event, I literally didn't feel it the entire time, and a lot of it was because I was expecting to, I thought to get a lot more water breaks than one every 10 hours kind of a thing, but I had this expectation coming in that, I'm going to drink water and I'll go if I really have to go, but I'll try to time it to a part where maybe I've heard this kind of thing before so I don't miss much. And I didn't have to go at all. I mean, my bladder's fine, and I didn't look all like last event, drinking about the same. I literally, you guys I can't show you down there, but my belly literally looked like I was almost, like 4 or 5 months pregnant, like where it's just first starting to show, where it's like literally bulging out. So anyway, for whatever that's worth. So as long as a lot of part of what we're going to be doing is getting us really tired. That's why it's so late. We go till 1 in the morning. We're starting tomorrow morning at 9:15 a.m. And part of Tony wants to get us really tired throughout this whole week. And a lot of that is to make your subconscious mind actually listens much better when it's more tired. And so he's going to really wear us out throughout this week to where our subconscious minds are just going to be, more free and more able to, we'll be able to access our subconscious a lot more easily as we're doing these remakes, remodels of our whole life. So one quick thing I wanted to share with you guys. So there's a study with monkeys done where they basically did these little finger bends where they would put them in some kind of machine where they would bend their fingers, and they just doing this without anything else, just bending their finger with this machine. They'd have to do it about, was it 125,000? 10,000 of these bends. So 10,000, the machine would have to do this 10,000 times, and then you take the monkey off the machine and they'll walk around and they'll just do this. They've like conditioned that into the monkey's finger. Now, a variation of the experiment, they did the same thing, but every time they would do this with the machine, they would trigger the pleasure center in the monkey's brain. And so, do this, trigger. Do this, trigger. With doing that, it was literally 500 times more powerful, where they only had to do that less than a couple dozen times, and it would condition the monkey where they would just walk around doing this all the time. 500 times more powerful, one that was linked to the pleasure center. Now, how that relates to your life is, give yourself more celebrations. If you do the smallest little thing, if you bring in your first autoresponder in your business, celebrate with it. Get it in your body. Be excited. Smile, for Christ's sakes. Laugh. Do whatever it is. Get some energy in your body. Jump around and link some pleasure to that event. And you can do this with any event. the more you do it, the more you're going to condition that those events are good, and your body's going to seek them, if you do it right, 500 times more quickly than conditioning like, oh, cool, I got an autoresponder, got an autoresponder, got an autoresponder. So if you want to get something to move from unconscious incompetence to unconscious competence as quickly as possible, 500 times more quickly, then link pleasure to things and do a lot more celebration. So, and the other thing, so there's, at this type of event, there's a lot of achievers, and even in our business, there's a lot of people who would be labeled, an achiever, someone who, they tend to do more than the average person, especially if you're already in profit, you would be an achiever. And so one thing that goes along with achievers is that they feel like they have to control a lot of things in life. And so you don't really have control of events in your life. What you do have control of is the meaning that you give to the events. And so, I don't have time to break, I'm trying to compress 14 hours worth of stuff, not really. I'm taking little pieces of that, but even of this alone, we probably spent 15, 30, 60 minutes, who knows. But just throwing some ideas at you, look at anything that's causing pain in your life, and maybe you can try to find a new paradigm, a new way to look at it, a new meaning, give it a new meaning in your life. And I'm completely drawing a blank right now of a really good example of how to do this, but hopefully I'll think of it later on. Just want to throw some things out to you guys. So I'm going to cut this one short. I actually am pretty tired. So it's funny, last night I was just going to bed here in another couple hours, but I had already had a 4-hour, basically it slept for 4 hours, which was pretty much going to be my sleep for the whole night. I did end up sleeping again late last night, so I think I got a total of like 6 hours last night. So it was like 6 to 10, then it was up till like 3, and it was like 3 to 5 a.m. I had this other little, I don't know if you call that a nap or the sleep. I don't know which one's the nap or the real sleep. So anyway, I was on a real crazy schedule. Now I should be on, pretty much the same schedule as all the people here. So anyway, enough blabbing, guys. Take care to your ultimate success, and God bless everybody.